Hey guys, so this is what I've been doing. Just part of what I've been doing these last couple of weeks. For those of you that don't know, I'm getting ready to move out my current home at the end of this month. So I've been packing, which brings me to the topic of this. Which brings me to the topic of this video, which is a long time ago. I don't remember who did the tag. I might try to find it where I think it was like, if there's a fire, what ducks would you grab or something like that. So I think it's supposed to be like 5, something like that. So because I'm moving, I packed up most of my oracle decks and tarot decks, but I left my working decks out. So I felt, because I actually did that, like I actually can't take everything with me immediately, and it's going to take me a while to unpack everything when I move into my new place. I wanted to keep certain decks out because we're in August 7th, and I'm not going to leave until the end of the month. And even when I move, I'm going to have to unpack the rest of the other stuff that I'm unpacking. So I wanted to have decks out, so when I move, I still have my working decks accessible to me, because that's one of the last things I'm going to pack up. And so it was really interesting, the decks that I ended up picking to leave out. So pretty much I got to answer that question, which I never was able to pin it down. So I left out 6 tarot decks and 3 oracle decks, and I wanted to share my choices with you. So I have many different types of Rider-Waite, but the one that I actually ended up leaving out was the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith with the plaid backs. One of my newer decks. This one has Pamela Coleman Smith original handwriting on it. So I ended up keeping this deck with me because I do like to read professionally with Rider-Waite-Smith, and I am a professional reader, a full-time professional reader. So I left my working decks out. Like I said, I ended up packing everything else. So I ended up keeping the Rider-Waite-Smith plaid backs. And this is the deck that I'm going to take with me when I move. Most likely in the vehicle when we're driving to the new home. So I'm going to keep this one out. And then when I'm in my new place, I can still do my professional readings because I'll have access to my working decks. So first deck was the Rider-Waite-Smith plaid backs that I ended up leaving out. And I keep my working decks in this wooden box. So this month I'm currently working with the Rider-Waite-Smith plaid backs. Next deck that I ended up grabbing, the second deck, was Hanson Roberts. So I ended up leaving this one out because again, it's one of my top working decks for client readings, and I love reading my clients with this deck. So I left this one out so that I can have access to it. And this is the Hanson Roberts Tarot. So that'll be deck number 2. And I keep it in this beautiful purple pouch. Deck number 3 that I pulled is the Morgan Greer Tarot. I ended up pulling this deck out to take with me. I love reading with this deck. It's beautiful, it's colorful. I get great readings with it. I have the mini version and the larger version. This is the second one that I had because my original deck was really beat up, so I just bought a backup deck, and I'm currently using this backup deck. So, and I love the backs of the Morgan Greer. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. I love working with it and doing client readings with it and things like that. So, and this is your Morgan Greer Tarot. So I'm taking that one with me, and I keep it in this nice blue bag because it matches the backs of the cards. So that's the Morgan Greer. That's the third deck that I grabbed. Deck number 4. I keep on this green pouch is Tarot Illuminati. This is one of my newer decks, and I definitely love working with this deck for client reads. So I decided to take this deck with me. I love the coloration of this deck. It has diversity in it. I have a really deep connection with it. I get really great readings with it. When I first got this deck, the first time that I bought it, and I ended up gifting the original one that had the gilding and everything else, I regretted it. I regret it now because I started to be drawn to it and I didn't have the copy anymore. So I ended up repurchasing it, and I love it. So I really, really love this deck. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous deck. So, and again, I love the diversity in it. So I love the diversity in it. It is definitely a beautiful, beautiful deck to work with. So, and that's Tarot Illuminati. These are the gorgeous backs. So this deck is going to go with me. And I feel like this bag matches with the backs of these. Has some green in it. So yeah, that's deck number 4. And then deck number 5 that I grabbed, that I'm keeping out, is Miss Cleo. Miss Cleo's, I think it's Miss Cleo's tarot deck or whatever. I love this deck. It became a working deck. Definitely do a lot of mediumship readings with this one. I really, really connect with it on a very deep and spiritual level. So I don't know, I have a very unexplainable connection with this deck, and so this one is the one that I'm taking with me. Like, I dreamed of the Hanson Roberts deck before. This deck, I've had very powerful dreams with it too. My son's playing a video game. It's nighttime, so you know, have kids, so sorry about the noise in the background. But yeah, so this is deck number 5, and these are the backs, which I love. And this is the Miss Cleo tarot deck. It's like $10 or less, so it's very affordable. I got mine for like $4.99. But yeah, it's a really good deck. I love it. And it became a working deck for me. And then the 6th one that I grabbed, last but not least, the Wheel of the Year. This is the backs. I love this deck. Oh my gosh. This deck is still my soul deck. I completely and utterly love it. Like, I have such a deep connection with it. The artwork, the pictures, everything speaks to me. I didn't bond with this deck when I first got it, and I actually gave it to, I was thinking of giving it to my oldest daughter, but then I had a dream about it, And once I had the dream about it, and my guides told me to work with it more, I ended up doing that. This deck came to me when I was really exploring my spirituality as well, and working with different times of the year and things like that. And all of a sudden, when I had that dream, the deck started speaking to me. And I bought my daughter a copy because she loved it so much. She's the one that kept convincing me to buy it in the first place and to give it a chance. So that's what I did. She reminds me of the evil stepmother in Snow White for some reason, but yeah. So definitely love this deck. One of my favorite cards here, let me see. I love the, no, that wasn't it, is this one. The Seven of Swords. Like this, just, you could see the betrayal in that one. You know, feels like he's having an affair with her, she's having an affair with him, and the woman in the middle is just the innocent victim. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I love the Wheel of the Year. The backs of this is just gorgeous, and definitely as a working deck, I read clients with this one. I love it. Like, I get the best readings with these 6 decks that I showed you guys. Are the decks that I connect with the most and most deeply. So and then an honorable mention, my Giant Rider-Waite, because I like to study divination all the time. So yeah, I'm up to the Moon card, so I'm gonna be looking at that tomorrow. But yeah, so I use this for studying the tarot. This is a deck I will never use for like readings, but I'm taking it with me so I can continue my studies of tarot, especially in the fall, when I'm done with my little class that I'm doing. I will be having some time to actually study. I haven't really been able to read books or study anything. And these are my traveling decks because I am going to be staying with family while my new home is getting some work done on it before I move in. So I'm taking my Morgan Greer, my Universal Waite, and my Smith Waite deck. So those are like, and this is just doubles of decks I already have. Like, this is Rider-Waite, I count it as one, and then a mini Morgan Greer. So honorable mentions. But those are the 6 tarot decks that I'm taking, and then I'm going to share with you guys the oracle decks that I'm taking. Oracle decks that I'm taking is Psychic Tarot. I'm taking this deck with me to the move, because I use this deck for client reads if I am going to use an oracle deck. And so I'm going to be taking this with me. I'm not packing it with me. So yeah, this deck is coming with me. So I can take my time unpacking the other decks and things like that. So Psychic Tarot is going to be one of the decks that are coming with me. And then the second oracle I'm taking is the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. So I'm going to be taking this deck with me. I'm not going to pack it because it's another working deck for me. If I'm going to use an oracle, sometimes I'm called to use this deck. But I mostly just use tarot cards, but sometimes I do incorporate oracle cards in my professional readings. And I do like using this deck for myself, as well as the Psychic Tarot. So I'm going to be taking that one. And last but not least, I'm taking the Energy Oracle cards with me. So I'm taking those 6 tarot decks that I showed you guys, and the 3 oracle cards didn't get packed up. This is the backs of the cards. And yeah, so this is the deck that I'm taking with me. on my move that did not get packed away, because I need to have access to it, because it is a working deck for me. I haven't been using this one as much, but it was one that I was using for years, and the only Oracle deck until I got the other two one, and I'm kind of obsessed with the Psychic Tarot and the Tarot the Psychic Tarot of the Heart as well. So, but I know that I'm going to end up going back to this one again. And I also wanted to leave it out for myself. I wanted to do like a weekly card pull or something like that. So yeah, those are the only decks I can take with me, because I can only carry so many decks on my person. And the rest of the decks all got packed away. So yeah, so that's what's going on, and the packing and all that good stuff. And well, anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I don't know when I'm going to be able to record videos again. I'm going to try, but I don't know. For my students, I'm sending out the week two's video between Saturday and Sunday, so you guys will get week two's video either Saturday or Sunday. So I didn't forget about you guys. I just wanted to take a break from packing since I'm done with my work for the day. But anyways, much love, much light, much blessings. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until the next video, guys, bye.